Hello, welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings, so let's be going near Rambler. I apologise for the very lengthy delay between videos. I've been extremely busy in real life, my end, and it's not really letting up yet, but I have a gap in my busy, hectic life to do a video, which is a good thing. So, I did read the comments from Kitty Guardian and Colour Blues in the last episode, and just to quickly comment on them before we carry on, Kitty basically has watched the episode where I think we first met the architect, and she did the whole big rambly speech about, you know, her past history about being a bioengineer, etc., etc. And I kept moaning all the time about how the AI that was being programmed even, to make these bioweapons and stuff didn't know how to make guns. And Kitty's gone through it and explained it in detail to a point where you think, yeah, okay, so they didn't really use conventional weapons for many, many, many years, which means the knowledge would have been forgotten. Their only focus was bioweapons because supposedly they were cheaper and more efficient. And, you know, yeah, it's been a really, really long time, which it does hint at in her backstory, the architect that is, that you wouldn't really program the AI to do it. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, it depends what you mean by AI, because obviously artificial intelligence, I know that, but, you know, how advanced is this AI? I mean, to me, artificial intelligence is when it can think for itself, where some people use it to refer to just something that can do things with a very complicated algorithm. But to me, that's not artificial intelligence, that's just a program doing what it's told to do. To me, artificial intelligence is when it thinks for itself. So it depends how they're using the word, you know. I mean, if they're using artificial intelligence to mean programs that are just doing what they're told with an algorithm, but they can't think for themselves, then yeah, fair enough, guns wouldn't have been possible, I suppose, or at least it would have taken a bit longer for them to make it because they hadn't done it for a while. But if the artificial intelligence can think for itself, then surely it would be able to work out how to make a weapon, because it's been programmed with you know, human knowledge and what have you back in the past. And even though they hadn't used conventional weapons for a while, there would still be knowledge in there somewhere for them to use it. But again, you know, I'm not going to beat the dead horse with a stick, or whatever the phrase is. I don't know. Point being is well, let's just leave it at that. It just can't be done, okay? And I'm going to shut up about it. So yeah, fair enough. But thank you very much, Kitty Guardian, for going back through the episode and trying to put it in more simpler detail for me. I appreciate it. From Colour Blues, apparently, while we're doing the Lorem quest, there are two things we need to really focus on when we have to start looking around the park and the police station and bits and bobs. You know, that bit with the second murder or something like that. The bit where I keep thinking, haven't we done this already? No, apparently we have not. There are things to do. We'll get to that bit later when we do. For now, though, we're going to meet with Lorem and carry on with Lorem's story. But yes, there is something I've forgotten about, so we need to do that. Right, we've seen this session before, so we can skip, because that was when we first met Lorem at his flat, and there was the crazy doctor dude. Right, okay, we'll carry on from here then. Would you like to stay for dinner? It'd be the least I can do to compensate for your lost afternoon. Let me say, what time is it? I still can't do my voice, by the way. It's getting late, and I probably shouldn't stay out this long. Looks like I'll have to decline for now. I see. Well, I gotta do something for you at least. Don't worry about it. Maybe some other time. I suppose you could argue that my voice would change if I keep going back and past, you know, because I'm repeating the timeline again. My voice is changing. I could be like a slightly different person each time that the portal does something to me. That means that I'm always slightly different from what I was before. I'll put it down to that. There's my terrible voice acting explained with that plot hole sorted. Blame it on time travel. Anyway, let's get to this too. So I didn't really know what was said, but it didn't matter. We should really get going now. Sure, take care. Alright, so we didn't stay for dinner, but at least we don't have to go through that whole scene again, because Christ, that was a boring scene last time. So we can do whatever. Right, what we'll do is we'll meet with Anna, because we've got to tell her to take it easy, essentially. Because apparently if you don't, she will die. So we'll skip through all this again. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. I wish we could skip all this again. Why can't we just solve this satisfyingly? Blah, blah, blah. Yep, we've seen it. Skip ahead. So yeah, we've done all that. Oh, I've got to do the quiz again, haven't we? Oh no, that's when I lost the quiz, didn't I? So there we go. That doesn't really matter. I guess it saves like the progress you made like last time. So, because like I lost the quiz, then won the quiz, then lost the quiz, and I think it saves the last one you do properly without skipping the scene. So there we go. Oh, apparently chapter 2 is when we went to search the park, so I think we've got to balls it up. Or I might have ballsed it up. I hope not. If I have, I've got older saves. I can go back and do the bit we need to do. Let's see what happens if I have, because basically I think Colour Boo said it happens in chapter 2, the searching bit, and I can't remember the story very well because again it's been so fucking long in between videos, you know. So it's hopefully this one we can do the searching, but we'll find out. Oh no, Thingy's going to be dead now. Oh god, Anna's going to be dead now. Oh no. Oh no, he's still dead. So even though we haven't told her to take it easy, it doesn't matter. If you've completed the storyline with Anna, it saves. Oh, that's okay, because I was told, oh, you need to go, you know, make sure that she stays alive for the good ending. You know, the true ending. And apparently you have to still say to her, you know, blah, blah, because I thought that before, but apparently now it saves everything, so we're alright, so that's okay then. Yep, skip ahead. No, this is when we need to start searching, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Right, this is what I'm saying. What should I do? We'll visit the police archives. Oh, no. This is the ice cream dude. Hello, ice cream dude. I think we have gone too far ahead. Oh, shit. Okay, basically, yeah, you know when you're in the park area and you can, like, search the park bit, and you can go to the pavilion and you can meet Elmia and all the other characters and stuff in that little bit. We're supposed to thoroughly search for something there in 2 areas that they're like oh balls, they're like redundant like things, but apparently not. It's if you search the areas like multiple times, it's a bit like in Resident Evil 2, you know, when you have to search Captain Wesker's guest like multiple times and it tells you there's nothing there, but then eventually you find that secret film. Well, apparently there are, if you search the areas multiple times in the park area when you have to do it, and I think we've skipped ahead, so we might need to yeah, we have skipped ahead. Shit. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to pause the video for the moment. So basically what I've got to do is I'm going to go back to a certain bit that we need to do this searching thing, because apparently we need to find 2 items for Lorem, apparently. There's one at the police archives, you have to search the trash can multiple times to get something. And the other one is, I think you have to search the pavilion in the park multiple times, and you find an item. And if you do that, you can give it to Lorem. That helps you carry on with the story. And I don't think we've done that yet. And basically that was in chapter 2. Now we're carrying on from chapter 2 before, but we've carried on too far ahead. So I'm going to go back in time again to a previous save file and get to that bit, and we'll do that bit again. So hold the phone while I go ahead and do that, and then all will be clear if you're not understanding any of my ramblings, which is hardly surprising because I don't think anybody does these days anyway, because I talk absolute rubbish. Anyway, back in a bit. Okay, right, so this is where we're supposed to be basically for this next bit. Now, if we visit the park, we can't visit the police archives for some reason, so I guess we visit that later. But we need to visit Tatsu Park, and we need to search the pavilion multiple times for an item. I do believe, this is what I was told in the comments section anyway. Search the pavilions. We've got to keep searching it basically. So you've got to do it multiple times, and then eventually an item will be found or something like that. So you've got to do it again. So yeah, it said there differently with my comments. Again, I'm doing this again. So yeah, it means that you need to keep doing that. So let's do it again. Again, I guess I should look harder this time. So yeah, we're doing it multiple times now. We should find an item here. There we go. That's what I didn't do. It's a round smooth orb about the size of a bowling ball. Not sure what it is, but I'll take it with me just in case. You were quite a mysterious orb. How mysterious. So that's one of them then. Let's search the shrubbery a few times and see if we find anything there. I think it was just the pavilion I was told to do. So that's fine. Let's just have another look again. Because you never know, we might find something. Probably won't, but because I don't think it was mentioned in the comments. But we'll have a look. But yeah, that mysterious orb, we got that, so that's good. Yeah, I don't think I'll need more than what I already have. One more time then. And then I think that comment there that we just saw from Neo there basically says you don't need to do it anymore. Yeah, so we've done that loads of times. Okay, fine. So if we look at the map, we're gonna go... I think it's Tatsu Avenue. Nope, we don't want to go to Tatsu Avenue. Screw that. Oh, we can examine the fallen leaves? No, don't open the hatch! Oh, fuck it. No, give up. We don't need to worry about that. Except for leaves. Just checking these things. Right, let's go back. Well, basically what we want to do now is try something else out now. If we go back to the map, we're going to go to Political District. We're going to bump into Elmia, basically, and we're going to do something a little bit different. So it's Sexy Lucius there, blah blah blah, off you go, buddy. Subsing events, Approach Dragons. This is, I can't remember if it's Elmia. I always forget her name. The names are not something I easily remember. Then again, I don't easily remember anything. Emerald. Oh, bollocks, I completely got that wrong. Elmia. Isn't that some sort of substitute cream product? Well, double cream product, at least I can get in Britain. Oh, I don't fucking know. I do. And what brings you here today? I'm not quite sure of that myself. The park does have an appeal that naturally draws people in. I would know, since I'm partly responsible for creating it. Have you seen it at the north side? Oh, okay. So apparently, what was I going to say? Yeah, apparently somebody just wanted to know if you say that you know who she is before you've even met her, like if a different reaction would occur, but apparently that nothing happened there. It was just completely normal. So there you go. We've got past that little bit anyway. Now, yeah, the other thing to do is we need to go to the police archives, but I can't remember when or where that is. It might have been just the moment we left, you know, in terms of the game, where the last edit I just did. So if it's that bit, what I'll do is I'll now jump ahead back to that bit, basically. So that way you guys and girls don't have to see all this shit again. Let's go back. So yeah, we can keep going. So we've got the mystery orb. That's all we need from here. So we'll stop searching the park. We've got the bandage anyway from previous, so I don't care about that. We visited the grocery store. We visited the production facility because I was just talking to Anna and questioning her. We visited the library where we bumped into Remy. Again, nothing really special there. So we'll skip. We'll just go home and then skip ahead because, like I said, we're not really worried about getting it all right. We got what we need. Mind you, if we don't have the bandage now, I'll be pissed. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'll have to go back and do that, won't I? I don't want to go back and do that. Shite! For some reason we didn't ever save the bandage. That's bizarre. Alright, never mind. Right, I'm going to have to redo this again. So basically what I'm going to do is go back and do that again because we need the bandage just to keep the good side of things. And get the orb again. I mean, we've already got the orb, but we'll get it again anyway. And then we'll go back to where we were originally before I had to go back to this point to do the ting with the ting. So, yeah, that all makes sense. Right, back in a moment. Okay, we're back at the police archives, and it turns out I messed it up at this point anyway in the last bit because you're not supposed to talk to the ice cream man and help him on your way to the police archives because otherwise you tire yourself out and you go back to your apartment. So basically I reloaded it, got the orb, and then when I got to the ice cream guy I told him I was too busy. We have done his side story so it doesn't really matter anyway, to get to the police archives. And again, look at this lovely sexy dragon Kalin. She's hot dragon mama. Yeah, whatever, I've got preferred to mine. But anyway, she's hot. So, anyway, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, girl. Now, what we need to do is rummage through the trash several times. So this is what Colour Blues has asked me to do. It's a flat base with a circular indent at the top. There we go. So we've got a mysterious orb, and we've got the base finder. So that's exactly what we need. And those two items we've got to give to Lorem at some point. So that's good. Right, anyway. Let's play a prank. Okay, here we go. I wasn't sure when Bryce was going to be in a Summers game, but really definitely noticed this. My condolences to him. Yay, we got an achievement. So we did nothing interesting except play a prank and get the base item. But anyway, that's what we needed to do, so we've got that. Right, so this was this bit, wasn't it? I can't remember which bit we did, because we can do 2 bits, can't we? So we went to the portal last time. Come on, what happened? Oh yeah, when we went to the portal we got hurt, didn't we? Because that's when we got taken to the architect for the big speech. So we'll just stay inside again, please. Just do what she says. Okay, so we've done that. So we'll go and visit the store again, I guess. Because visiting the production facility is the second date with Anna, but it doesn't matter now, she's not going to die because we've got past that bit. So we'll visit the store. I think I've visited the store once. I'm not sure if I've done this bit before. I think I've visited it twice in the storylines. Yeah, because then we met this dude here. So we have done this bit before. So we can hopefully skip through this as well. because she's the poor lass who can't get the prescription right from her mother. So blah 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 blah. We can skip all this, can't we? It's like, oh dear, all gone wrong. Well, that's what I mean. You should give her the medicine, you dumbass. Well, I know, admittedly, that you can't if it's on prescription, because obviously that's illegal, but still. Okay, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it was all just bits and bobs. Okay, right, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we've done Sebastian's side story as well, because I noticed when I loaded the game up for the first time to do this video, the title screen had Sebastian's picture on it now, along with everybody else. So I think we've done Sebastian's side story. So we'll see. He probably still gets killed, sadly. I think you can save him, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Nobody's revealed it yet, and I hope not. So don't reveal it for me. I don't want any spoilers. I think somebody says you can, although I think somebody says you can't. I can't remember, but either way. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I've done that. So get past all that. Whew. So here we are. Now I think, hopefully we can go see Lorem. Yes, we can. So I'm going to save the game. We've got the 2 mystery items. So on to actually some new stuff, which would be cool. So let's go meet Lorem, and let's actually stop skipping ahead and go back and forth. Let's do it for realsies. Big bong! So a bit delayed with the doorbell. Hey, Lorem. Hey, dear Ramble. So where exactly are we going? You mentioned something about treasure hunting, but don't tell me we're actually trying to unearth some ancient human artifacts. Don't worry, this is going to be fun. I know, I've already done it. I'll just hope for the best. I'm not sure who came up with it, but someone gave me this kit to me as a present for a few months ago. I couldn't read that statement properly, but whatever. He showed me the map. It was a piece of paper that had obviously been treated to look much older than it really was. Ooh, sounds like fun. Let's be positive. I'm glad you agree. I'm not sure if I can be of much assistance, though. I already found the items we're going to look for thanks to a YouTuber comment. I don't exactly know how much about the area. But you're big and strong. Not big, not strong, I'm afraid. Or at least you're bigger and stronger than I am. Well, I'm definitely bigger than you, but stronger, no. Weaker is the right word. You can do the digging. Right. Besides, I've wanted to do this for a while now, and Ipsen is always busy, so I figured this would be as good a time as any. Do we need to bring a shovel? Would you expect me to dig with my bare hands? Well, the instructions say we only need this map and a pen. What about ourselves? Alright, well, I've got a pen. Great, then we're all set. So where are we supposed to go? Well, if this is the facility, then the place indicated is the school, or rather somewhere between the school and the administrative building. Well, let's go then. Ooh, this is new. Lots of taps and sinks. A bit odd. It must be like a water thing for the drugs to drink from or something like that. I don't know. Here we are. The X on the map is right between these 2 buildings, so it must be around here somewhere. Back to school, huh? Not quite yet. Everyone's on summer break right now. Wish I was on summer break. The day's gorgeous, by the way. It's May... What date is it today? May the 7th, 2018. It is one of the best bank holidays I've seen in a while. The weather is gorgeous. Bright blue sky, sunlight. It's about early to mid-20s in terms of degrees centigrade. It's beautiful out there. Absolutely beautiful. And I can't go and enjoy it because I have things to do. Never mind. One day I will, or I'll die and I'll never have to enjoy them again. That's a sad thought. Let's not worry about that yet. Which is a good thing, because we really don't want you to get swarmed by all the children. They'll go crazy if they saw you. How does school work here anyway? Are you talking about this one, or schools in general? In general. I'd like to know more about how your school system works as a whole. Do you really need to talk about school now on a treasure hunt? That is not cool, yo. I see that you won't let a learning opportunity go by. I'm just doing my job. You should start looking for that treasure then. Sure. Well, I'll look for hints as to the treasure's whereabouts. Lorem starts talking. Right, we do have quite the education system. Different schools and districts run on their own, so when looking at details, things can vary a lot. However, there are a few things that are true no matter which region you're in. Compulsory education lasts for about 10 years. 10 years?! Actually, what's it in the UK? More longer than that, actually. There are a lot of options for schools and school systems. Choice is an important factor here. We recognise that there isn't one system that works best for everyone. I wish they did that in the UK! Fucking government. So there are many options depending on what path you want to take. Now, that doesn't sound too different from what it used to be like in my world, but nowadays things are a bit more chaotic. We have to stab one another. Practical skills are most valued in our city, and you aren't really given a choice to do anything else. Sure, people can learn other things on their own, but it's not as if school is mandatory anymore. because of all the stabbing. People just do whatever they feel like. Mostly because of the stabbing, and they feel like stabbing. Did you grow up like that too? No, I still got to experience the whole education system, college included. What was your favourite subject? Well, if I had to pick any of those three, I would say math, because it was easy for me. I could do math. I did math really, really easily. Art is creative, but I have no creative side to me whatsoever. And physical education, well, it's important. I don't doubt that, but I never utilised it because I was crap at it. So math it is. I see. My favourite was art class. Well, I can guess that because you like drawing stuff, don't you? Drawing out different mediums was always so much fun. I tried sculpting again recently. What for? Art doesn't need a justification. Boo. But anyway, it helps me visualise what the characters in my game's going to look like. Can't you do that with a computer? No, we already established that computers have only just started. Sure, but working with a physical medium makes things easier for me. Instead of working with an interface, there's only my hands and a lump of clay. No technological gadgets required. Okay, I thought you were an interest. Did you find anything yet? I sure haven't. No, I feel like we were missing something. Maybe, but the map clearly marked this place. You can see it for yourself. Yeah, the X definitely points to this alley. Then it must be here somewhere. Look inside the windows, investigate the water trough, or examine the walls. I don't really need to look inside the windows, although there'll be something funny, I guess. The water trough, maybe? Yeah, let's look at the water trough. Maybe it has something to do with the water trough and the faucets. Let's check it out. We walked over and looked inside the water trough. Inside the trough, even, sorry, it's not trough, is it? Sorry. Trough. Inside, the dirt was already a few inches high, a clear indication that it had been cleaned for a while. Guess the janitors on sun break too. Well, maybe they left it here on purpose because our treasure's inside. So I'll try it up there. Oh, damn it, sorry. I'm not tired because I've had a lot of cigarettes lately because I've been so stressed out. I know you shouldn't smoke from stress. I know that because it doesn't actually work, but it helps solve the stress. But I've smoked a lot, and my lung capacity is at an all-time low. And my heart is so black now, it's like I'm surprised it's still beating. But anyway, it's all dried up there. Way too hard to start digging. I'm just going to do my normal voice for Neo, because every time I try to do the dumb voice for him, I start to yawn and triggers my yawning sensors, because basically my whole body sucks. Maybe that's what the faucets are for. If you say so. We turn on the faucets and watch the trough slowly fill with water. That should be enough. And now we start digging. Ellipses. Come on, what kind of treasure hunters would we be if we didn't get our hands dirty? Immersed my hands into the sludge. Oh, I immersed my hands into the sludge. This is pretty hard. Well, let's turn on the water again then. Lorem joined me. Both of us dug around the sludge, which slowly became clear as more water filled the trough. I think we're just cleaning the bloody water trough, aren't we? Well, I'm sure somebody will be grateful for it though as a result. I think I've got something? Really? Yeah, I think it's stuck to the bottom. It's going to be the plug, isn't it? Lorem's face was straining as he tried to pull harder and harder on the object he had found. Maybe I should try. I think I got it. Suddenly, his hands reappeared from beneath the murky water, having a small, shiny object in their grasp. There it is. What is it? He opened his hands to reveal a big screw. Oh, maybe you should put that back. Yeah, maybe. By now the water had become clear enough that we could see where the screw originally was. After Lorem replaced it, we noticed that, besides the water, the trough was completely empty. Well, I guess it's not here after all. But at least the janitor would be grateful for the cleaning. Maybe. Okay, examine the walls then. Maybe it has something to do with the walls. What makes you think so? Well, we're clearly missing something here, so maybe there is some sort of hint we've been overlooking. Something that wouldn't be obvious to anyone else who came through here. I have no idea what you're talking about. These walls don't really look special to me. My gaze slowly went along the walls, trying to find something, anything that could have a hidden meaning. Hey, look at that! What do you mean? It kind of looks like an X on the wall, don't you think? I guess so. Maybe it's here somewhere. Look, there! Lorem crouched and stuck his hand in an indentation that ran along the wall near the ground. Aha! What is it? He pulled out a cylindrical shiny object and held it up to me. It looks like some sort of capsule. Maybe there's something inside. It's going to be a pretty small treasure. He screwed it open, or unscrewed it open, you should say, and held the two halves of the cylindrical object in his hands. To our surprise, it didn't have any empty space on the inside. Nothing could be hidden within. Instead, the inside of the two valves were engraved. What does it say? 2J. That's it? Yep, it's also on the other half. Might be coordinates. The grid on the map has numbers and letters like that. That means 2J would be here. Right in the middle of a forest. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go. I like forests. Forests are awesome. Oh, look at that. So cool. Imagine that on a bank holiday as well, going through a forest. So cool. Finding our spot might be a bit more difficult from here on out. Why is that? Well, we don't really have buildings and addresses as reference anymore. Here we only have a spot in the middle of the forest. Don't worry, I have an excellent sense of navigation. Let's hope we find it before it gets too dark, though, or things might become a lot more complicated. Werewolves and vampires will come and attack us, and zombies. I'd rather not get lost here. You won't have to worry about anything. If there are any predators in the air, they'll see me as a better target than you. Don't tell me there are predators in these woods. Oh, come on, Neo, don't be so thick. Not really. There might be a stray or two, but that should be it. These woods are considered to be very safe. Even if that's true and the worst comes to worst, you can just fly away. I guess that's true. You kind of sound like you don't like the woods, though. No, I like going for woods. They're fine. Well, you don't have anything to worry about here. I know, but it's just my character being dumb. I mean, to be fair, at least it indicates my character has its own feelings and stuff. So that's kind of neat. You know, like, not artificial intelligence or anything, but the fact that the game sort of played from, you know, you can make the choices and all that, but the character of you actually is its own character rather than you as the character itself a little bit. That's the hint I get. Maybe that's just not very good writing or what have you, but I think it is. I think it's fine. Anyway, going off on a random tangent there. I already told you there shouldn't be any real predators in this part. And it's not like the woods are haunted or anything. Haunted? That reminds me of something. It was a mansion. And inside the mansion there were zombies. What is it? Maybe you should be interested in this. In our world, there's a forest that was notorious for the many suicides that took place there. It was said to be haunted by angry spirits. Don't be mentioning the forest that bloody Logan Paul did in his video, okay? And don't be mentioning Project Zero, Maiden of Black Water, whatever the bloody hell that game's called. Because that's got the suicide forest in it as well. Don't do that. Why are there so many suicides there, and why are the spirits so angry? Well, in Japanese folklore, people have a soul or spirit that is called a Raikon. Upon a person's death, the Raikon separates from the body and goes into a form of purgatory. After certain rites have been performed, the Raikon then goes on to join its ancestors and becomes a protector of the living family. However, in certain circumstances, like the rites not being performed correctly, or dying in a sudden or violent manner, the Raikon transform into a Yurei instead. The Yurei can return to the physical world and haunts until it has been laid to rest. So there you go, another bit for your collection. Well, I know where not to go for my next vacation now. I wouldn't want to visit either. No, and to be fair, it's not really like I want to pretend it doesn't exist or anything. It's just the people who have gone and committed suicide there. I would mark them with respect and just sort of say, no, that's their place, leave them alone. That makes two of us. What do you think about stuff like that? Paranormal stuff? You know, until a few weeks ago, humans were still just a myth. And if we look at the portal, it's like something that came out of science fiction. Ibsen certainly seemed interested in it. He is. He actually read up on some new theories about it. Like what? Well, you remember him telling you about the different branches and how the barrier separates them, right? Yeah. Well, since the barrier is made up of wormholes and using the portal displaces them, it leaves gaps in the barrier. I distinctly remember him talking about something like that. Through these gaps, he thinks we can communicate with our alternate selves in the other timelines. That's interesting. How does that work? Well, it all goes into the nature of existence itself. Oh god, here we go. More physics. Who are you as a person? Do you think you are just the Neo Ramble from this branch? What about the other ones from all the other timelines who have made other decisions? Would you consider yourself to be the same person as them? The only difference between you and the Neo Ramble from another branch may be that you decided to skip breakfast this morning. Maybe you're all of them. Well, how is that possible? Well, it's like a seed from which many roots can sprout, or a tree and its branches. There may be a uniting factor that branched off into these different timelines, your fundamental nature. You might call it a soul or something similar, but the idea is that even though there are many different versions of you, there is an aspect that unites all of you. In my case, I am all rubbish. Part of myself that stands over me, kind of like a super ego. An interesting comparison. If we used a similar model here, then we could say that you are also made up of three distinct parts. In each timeline, you have a physical body which is driven by its own base desires that it seeks to fulfill. All physical needs like hunger, thirst, and even breathing fall under this category. However, as a being with free will, you're also capable of making your own decisions. That includes being able to act contrary to what your body is telling you. This ability to think and make decisions on your own is your rational mind, the self. And lastly, there is the third part I just talked about, the one that stands above all of you and unites you in some way. Let's call this your higher self. Through this higher self, you may be able to communicate with your alternate selves in some way. Usually the barrier will prevent this, but through the gaps, communication becomes a possibility. The more gaps there are, the easier this should be. And how would I go about doing that? I suppose that would be the job of the higher self. So I can't control this. Well, these are just all theories. I mean, we wouldn't really know until it happens. Only then could we study it. I wonder if the true ending has something to do with this. Let's find out. If it was to happen, how would I know? If someone else's experience get relayed through its connection to you, it could manifest in a number of ways. Maybe it could be something like déjà vu, or false memory, maybe even dreams. But the biggest difficulty would be to recognise that this phenomenon was happening in the first place. Yes, it's certainly quite out there, you have to admit. Sure, but quantum mechanics are already complicated enough. Once you look at what lies beyond, it's just crazy territory. What do you think about all this? I think it might be already happening. Really? Well, just think about it. If the possibility of it ever happening is there, then it's more than likely it already has. I'm not sure I follow. Well, basically, I think what he's saying is that even though you can't recognise when it's happening, doesn't mean to say it hasn't happened, if that makes sense. Let's assume that this is an average timeline. The portals have been found by both of our people. Contacts have been made, and now you and Reza are both here for a visit. A few letters were exchanged before you and Reza were sent here, so that means the portal has already been used a few times. Using a portal once might only have an infinitely small effect on the barrier, like poking a hole in the castle wall with a needle. However, if you multiply this by nearly an infinite number of possible timelines in which these same events have happened, the effects must already be noticeable. Of course, some people may be more susceptible to this than others. Do you think you've already experienced it? I don't know. I've been having some weird dreams lately. Dreams can be weird, though. Me too. Really? We were just entering a clearing, and from my view I could see some odd lines that have been drawn on the ground. Nope, I can't see anything but a very poorly done but very pleasant looking CGI image of a forest. I think this is the spot! Why do you think so? Well, the giant X on the ground kind of gives it away. Lorem took flight with a few flaps of his wings. After looking at the scenery from above, he returned to me. You're right, it does look like a giant X. Guess it's time to get our hands dirty again. That may not be necessary this time. What are you talking about? He went to the centre where the lines crossed and picked up an object that was lodged halfway into the ground. He returned to me once more, holding another capsule similar to the one that we found near the school. If we have to go back to town after walking all this way, I'll... And it's open, apparently we're going to 6K now. And where's that? There's an abandoned store on the other side of the forest, that's where we're going. It just means the way back is going to be even longer. Right, but an abandoned store... Well, I was expecting it to be a bit more decrepit than that, but actually that looks quite pleasant, actually. And then, why is it abandoned in the first place? I guess business was low? Forest creatures? Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. Well, whatever. Are you sure we should even be here? It's the place indicated by the map. I was talking about the building being ripped off. Maybe it's just part of the game. Is the flooding part of the game too? Oh, it's flooded, is it? Oh, I've just noticed. Yes, there's water in the background. I didn't notice that. Hey, you can give up if you can give up if you want to. I certainly won't. Now, are you going to help me or not? I guess. I just didn't expect that I'd have to get wet for this. Oh, come on, Neo, don't be such a wanker. All part of being a treasure hunter. Well, let's just look for the X. Sure. Lorem flew up to the light fixtures to get a view from above while I checked out the shelves. I remember when we could still shop here. What happened? Apparently the area has a problem with flooding. I can see that. So much work and resources are needed to erect a building like this one, and in the end it just gets abandoned. Oh, because of the... Right, gotcha, because the flooding... There's a problem. We have plenty of empty buildings where I come from. Oh, really? Not sure this is a good reminder of home, though. Well, at least we don't have a problem with flooding. Ellipses. I nearly got sent back, by the way. Really? Why? Political reasons. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it. You just did. Is it related to that announcement they made about Reza? Maybe. Guess things are pretty serious. They are. Ellipses. Have you found anything yet? Nope, not really. Maybe it's underwater. You think so? It's certainly not anywhere near the ceiling. I already checked there. And I found nothing near the walls or on the shelves. It could be hidden beneath a floor tile or something like that. I suppose you're right. Let's do it. Alright. I like the fact that like all throughout the whole thing I can just quit. Or like I'd just be like, if I have to, God sucks. Like, no, come on. Commit. Without hesitation, Lorem vanished beneath the water surface. I breathed in deeply, crouched down and began looking underwater as well. Ominous blue stuff. I looked around, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary to me. Just as I was about to resurface and get some air, I heard a splash accompanied by a loud thud. Uh-oh. What was that? Lorem? Everything was quiet as I looked around for my companion. Suddenly I heard frantic knocks coming from a shelf that was lying on the ground. Half submerged in the water, I realised it was still standing when we came in earlier. Was it? Oh shit. As I waded over to it, it soon became clear that knocks were coming from beneath. Lorem! Quickly I mustered all my strength and grabbed the shelf, lifting it until it fell over to the other side with a loud splash. Ooh, that was lucky. Lorem resurfaced, gasping for breath. What just happened? I was looking underwater and then suddenly the shelf just came down on top of me. Are you okay? Yeah, I think so. My leg hurts a bit, but that's about it. But I totally saw something, let me show you. And then back underwater again. Lorem dove down into the water again, resurfacing just a few seconds later holding an ominous metal box that had a large X on it. This should be it. Let's hope it's waterproof though. From the looks of it, it is. It's going to be another capsule, isn't it? We should go outside though, it would be hard to read anything in here. Sure. Oh, okay, fair enough. Surprisingly still daylight, so it obviously didn't take very long for us to do that. What's inside? Rem held up the box to me. I took one of the sheets of paper that were inside and started reading. I think these are pizza vouchers. Damn it! Oh well, but free pizza. I suppose it's a good treasure, I guess. Rem was holding another sheet which she started reading aloud. Congratulations, you've solved the Patoli Pizza's annual treasure hunt. Remember the code word enclosed for an instant rebate on your next order and a chance for the grand prize. You could be the lucky winner for a year's supply of Patoli's Pizza. This competition will run until... Oh. What is it? It's expired. The treasure hunt, the contest, apparently it all ended months ago. Oh, buggers. Can we still get the pizza? Well, I don't think that offer is still valid. I mean, we can still get pizza regardless. This whole thing's made me really hungry. I suppose this concludes the treasure hunt. What do we do now? Maybe we can use this experience as another reminder that the journey is its own reward, or that the early bird gets the worm. You really want some pizza, don't you? That makes me wonder, though, why didn't they get rid of the hints in this box when the contest expired? They must have realised that people may still have these kits at home, even when the contest is over. If people went out looking for a hint in the woods and it wasn't there anymore, they might look for hours until they decide there was nothing to find. Or they just didn't care. I'm slowly starting to lose hope in Patoli's Pizza. Sending us here is really negligent. Who knows what would have happened to you if I wasn't there? Maybe this whole building could crash down and the next unlucky people end up here. Maybe that's why it was roped off in the first place. But you thought it was part of the game. Maybe they should have put up a sign or something. While I was talking, Lorem walked towards one of the wooden poles that was used to rope off the building. He picked up a large rectangular object from the ground that was hidden in the grass. It was a wooden sign. Warning, do not proceed past this point. The treasure hunt is concluded and there's nothing more to find. Danger ahead! We can find the treasure, but not this huge sign? What does that say about us? I'm not sure exactly. We should probably head back before it gets too dark, though. We still have to go through the woods again. Alright, let's go. Do you want to pick up some pizza on the way home? I don't know. I don't think I like pizza anymore. What do you mean you don't know? You just wanted pizza. Just because Pantoli just buggered you up and all that, why not? Oh dear. Right, okay. Let's see. Do we bother meeting with anybody here at the moment? Yeah, I suppose we'll meet with Anna again. I don't know why I've got a soft spot for Anna. So yeah, alright. But for some reason we didn't get a chance to find those two mystery objects. Well, we've got the mystery objects. I said I've got the orb and the stand. I thought that was when we probably would have given it to Lorem, but never mind. At least we've got it anyway. So that's okay. So blah 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 blah. Keep waiting. So we'll skip through all this. It's like not as if it's all big at the moment. So we're just going to keep doing with Lorem. We'll keep on with Lorem for a bit longer. Take it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we know this all anyway. But like I said, it's just a question of yeah, skip ahead. I can't remember how far ahead we actually get to skip. Oh no, we're back here. So let's skip the whole date. That's okay then. Saves us time. Mind you, though, like I said, though, she's already left early, left home early anyway, because Damien's already been killed. So it is a bit bizarre. Like, we can still do this, and yet it's okay, but still. Chapter 4, Loss and Superstition. See, those always change every time you change the timelines. Those fortune cards always change, so I'm not sure, like, what the, there must be a meaning behind it. There must be a meaning behind it. Where have my eyes fixed the ceiling wallpaper since the dreading of a nightmare? Blah 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 blah. We've said all this before, and we go to the murder. Murder, 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 murder. Oh no, it's not the murder. Isn't it the abduction, isn't it? Yeah, we've done that, so yeah, we can skip ahead. So here we go. Oh yeah, this is with the house, isn't it? Where it all blows up, doesn't it? Okay, that's fine. Skip all this shit again. No point. Yeah, because we don't have to do the Maverick thing again. Okay, yeah, we don't have to do the Maverick thing because we've already had that conversation, so that just skips ahead. So yeah, do all this stuff again. I wish it'd let us skip through all this like now, but well, whatever's. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, we were lucky there. Because I wonder if all this is still the work of Reza, or whether the architect is playing this as well. Because the architect, at the end of the last story, it turns out the architect had actually killed some of the dragons to make sure that we still thought Reza was evil, even though Reza didn't kill them, because the timeline even changes him as well, which is very bizarre. Because again, everybody starts getting fragments of memories, I think, or something like that. Because that was it. I asked before in the last video, you know, because I said, well, we can still get the fragmented memories because we're the ones going back and forth in time. They're not. But are they still getting memories of repeated timelines? And I guess that's what Loren was talking about, how there's like holes in the if the multiverse, let's call it then, and I'm guessing for each of those characters that start to remember stuff or do stuff differently, they must be having contact with their higher order self, or their higher order selves obviously somehow communicating with them subliminally via messages or deja vu events, that kind of thing, to get them to not do the same things again, like in a subtle way. So nobody's aware that the time events are changing, it's just each time they do it, or they have to go through it again because we go back in time to the next timeline, their higher order selves and the other timelines are somehow communicating with them on a subtle level. So it must be something along those lines. But okay, that's fine. Blah 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 blah. Skip, 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 skippity, 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 skippity. That's the only downside to this game. Like, one of the big downsides is how you skip all this text. Like, once you have to do it all again, that is one of the major drawbacks of games like this. We have to play the thing again and again and again to change the timeline and stuff. You have to go through all this redundant stuff again. Like, even with the skip mechanic, it's still very redundant. But anyway, blah 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 blah. There's nothing else to talk about. Come on. Oh. Wait. Oh, hang on. I don't recognise this choice. So he's talking about the fireworks here. And then... Oh, I'm just going back over it again. Because, yeah, that's what I mean. So is this a way to get Sebastian to stay safe then? Because I don't remember this choice. I think this is new. Yeah, I think this is new. I think this is an interject. This is new. Okay, let's do the bottom one then. Are you suggesting I abandon my post during the fireworks? No, you don't have to abandon your post, but if you pick a good spot and watch them for like half an hour or so, then no one's going to care. I'm not sure about that. The guard post is pretty important. Yeah, I know we're talking about the portal, but you don't need to take this so seriously all the time. Just think about it. The portal is broken right now anyway, and everybody's busy watching the fireworks. Nothing's going to happen. I suppose you have a point. Just pick a good spot and no one is going to even notice you're gone. Well, if you say so. Anyway, so we should get back to the investigation now. I'll leave the stuff for you here, and I'll take care of the rest once I get back, alright? Sure thing. Good luck, Ramble. You too. So I think that option there, that was new. I didn't see that before because we've obviously done the timeline multiple times, and I guess because we've done the Sebastian side story in the last video when we went to the cave and stuff like that, I think that was the moment where I think we saved his life now. So I don't think he's going to get shot now. In the ending of this storyline, because I think what will happen is Reza will get to the portal, but Seb won't be there to guard it. So he'll come back towards the end to help us out. So I think that's what's going to happen, basically. So that's really useful. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's take the PDA back to the library then. I think we've done all this before anyway, so we'll skip through all this, blah, 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 blah. But that bit was different then. That bit was different. So it's a good job I recognised that. So anyway, blah, 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 don't care. That's fine. Drop the PDA off. We will talk to Remy at a later date, obviously, and we'll do a storyline in a bit more detail. So that's all gone. Okay, so yeah, because I think Remy's storyline is going to be quite depressing, actually. Then we'll take the eggs to the hatchery, just for the sake of clarity. Oh no, that's when we bumped into Kevin, wasn't it? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Perhaps we should have... Fuck, what should we have done? I don't know, but there's obviously some side characters that we've missed, potentially, so we need to... we don't have to do the side stories again, but I would like to get as many of them as possible in this playthrough, so yeah, but I think, yeah, what we'll do is we'll try and remember... We've done the PDA and we've done the eggs, so we'll do the other two next time. We've probably done the other two in the previous videos, but I bet you remember there's one there I've missed. I should excuse myself for now, because I'm not interested. Goodbye, Kev. You're an annoying twonk, but a smart one at that. Yeah, just dropping eggs off, blah, blah. Don't worry, I'm not neglecting you, I'm saving you to the end because everybody loves your storyline apparently, so there we go. So don't worry about it, it's all good. It's fine. So we've done that. So yeah, I think that, next playthrough, like of this storyline, we'll do the top 2. Cool. Right, okay, so yeah, there was one extra bit there. So we've got that and secured that, which is good. So I'm glad I didn't miss that bit with Sebastian. So I'm hoping he doesn't get shot. He might still do. I don't think he will, though. I think we've convinced him. Yep, and then we collapse to the floor. I forget what happens at this point. I know we get dragged away or something like that. Oh, this is the big speech bit. Oh, okay. Blah, blah. Yeah, skip ahead. Don't need all that shit. Okay, so done that. Hey, it's me. Do you want to meet up again? I know you're busy, but the summer festival's coming up soon. I'm not saying we should go, but we certainly could if you want to. In any case, call me back when you hear this. Cool. Okay, let's save the game. Awesome. Go back, and we'll meet with the Rem. The only trouble with this mic is, because the mic's lower down than usual, I have to rest my arm on my chair's arm. Which is okay, but actually, it's not. I don't know why I said that. No, it's bloody painful. Hold on. Try and reposition myself a bit. Okay, that's more awkward, but it'll have to do. Right, okay, let's go. Hey, Lorem. So this is where you live. You already got a glimpse of it when you delivered Rez's letter, remember? Oh yeah, but back then I didn't really notice anything. I was nervous. Why were you nervous? Well, there was the fact that I was going to speak to a human, plus I didn't know if you actually listened to what I had to say. And then I'd also wonder if I was going to remember everything I wanted to tell you, or worse, if I get thrown out again like when I was talked to Reza. You actually talked to Reza? Well, not really. He just took the letter I had off him and closed the door. But that was before you arrived here. Oh, do you know who sent the letter? It came through the portal, so I assume it was from a human. I see. Oh, that must be the sphere you found. Yeah, here we go. The Rem walked up to the table and picked up the round object I found at the park. Yeah, maybe you can help me find out what it's actually... if it's actually Ibsen's or not. Sure. Looks like it has no battery, though. Turn the sphere a few times and place it on the base and plug it in. You have assembled the Ixamen sphere. Hey, high spherical. Ha ha ha. Stupid game. You touch the base in a peculiar way. In response, writing appeared on the sphere's surface. Ooh. Okay. Well, at least we managed to... I'm thankful to Colour Blues for letting me know this, because apparently, otherwise, he might have hinted at this point now in the story, like, how to find the 2 items, and that means I'd have to go back and find them. Like, oh, for fuck's sake. But then again, even so, it wouldn't have been that big of a hindrance, because I've, just reload an early save file and do it. But even so, at least it saved us some time, and I'm grateful for that, so that's fine. Looks like this really is Ibsen's sphere. You'll be relieved to know where it was found. So what can we actually do with it now? Nothing really, unless you know the password, that is. Oh, well, that's a shame. I do happen to know his password, but that's only for emergencies. No playing around the sphere then. Got it. By the way, did you hear about Ibsen? Apparently, he's become a witness for a murder case. Yes, he did, and I didn't get to speak to him. Well, I heard about that. Didn't know the witness was Ibsen, though. Small world. Yeah, I could have visited him and found out. How could you know about something like that? I've been helping your police for some time now. Like, a lot of time. Really? Oh, so does that mean that this has something to do with Rez's disappearance? There's really no use denying it by this point. How long have you been helping the police, anyway? Since the day of my arrival, really. Oh, wow, I guess that explains why you've been so busy. I imagine you can't talk about it, though. I don't really care anymore. Besides, I think it has become common knowledge by this point. You're trying to find Reza, right? Wasn't he your friend? Not sure I'd call him that. Still, he was supposed to be your partner in this, and now he's just gone. I'm more worried about what he's doing now. Even if we find him, this may put our diplomatic relationship in peril. Ellipses. I guess I shouldn't talk about stuff like that. Why not? It's no use worrying about things that I can't change. Except we can. Right, just focus on the things you can. That's my philosophy. It's a bit of a shame you didn't want to go to the festival. I already had my fair share of adventure the last time we met. Besides, I should probably lay low for now. You're right, the crowds would probably go crazy if they saw you. We can still watch the big fireworks show together, though. We wouldn't even need to go to the festival grounds to do that. Yeah, sure, if you like. It only takes place at the edge of the festival, though. Well, when's that? A few days from now. You've been here a few minutes and already want to schedule our next together? Get together. That's an odd way of phrasing it. Or would you prefer if I called it a date? I don't know. Just seems a bit odd to me, considering all this started with me begging you to meet me so I could draw pictures of you. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. If this gets sexy, this is going to get awkward. We did that, and then we went treasure hunting, which was your way of saying thanks. What would you call what we're doing here right now, then? Dinner. I invited you for dinner. I'm not seeing anything to eat here, though. Ah, that's because I wasn't sure what was in the kitchen. I also didn't know what you like, so let's just order something. There are a few places nearby. Do you have anything in mind? I'm not really in the mood to try something new. Sure. How about pizza? Sounds good. God damn it. Alright, let's just call Pantales then. They already let us down with the treasure hunt. Why do you think this will be different? well, they're the closest, and I haven't ordered them from them in ages. Maybe for good reason. If they can't even get the treasure hunt right, I don't want to know what they do for their pizzas. Well, you sort of slagging off Pantelli's pizza until you've actually had some, Neo. For fuck's sake, just because they fucked up a treasure hunt doesn't mean they make bad pizza, alright? Freddy Fazbear makes bad pizza, but nobody complains about that. It's just a pizza near Rambler, how bad could it be? Alright, if you want a voucher of Pantoli's, go ahead then. I'm such a dickhead. Lorem took the sphere from its base and started to manipulate its interface with his fingers. What are you doing? Looking at the menu. I thought using Ipson's sphere was only for emergencies. He went into my room when he was looking for the sphere, and he wasn't allowed to do that unless it's an emergency. It's the least he can do, considering you found it for him. Alright. If you don't want pizza, I can just put it back and we can order something else. You already touched the sphere. It's too late to put it back now. If you say so. Oh god, this is so stupid. Let's see, even their smallest pizza is going to be pretty big for me. Well, we could share one. Sure, what toppings would you like? I think I'll go with salad. What? Salad on a pizza? That's a new one. Sounds interesting. I'll take that as well. Salad on a pizza. Fine. I'll play it neutral. Interesting enough to try it. I'll look at the other options first. Alright, what would you like on your half? Grapes. Grapes? Why would you put grapes on pizza? I bet there are pizzas out there where you put grapes on it. I mean, you can put anything on it, really. It's just another... It's just basically cheese. Well, it's usually tomato sauce or specially crafted tomato sauce. Sometimes just cheese and on like a doughy base. It's like basically cheese and tomato on toast, essentially. Except obviously the dough's made a bit differently, but still. Very nice, though. Go on, then. We'll have salad. Let's have salad together. I mean, to be fair, I do need to lose weight in real life, so yeah, okay. Salad it is, then. Alright, and it's done. The order's been placed. Salad on pizza, man. Fuck. I mean, I've had vegetable pizza, you know, and they have vegetable options on it. They're quite nice. So maybe if it's something like that, where it's like sweet corn, mushrooms, some peppers, onions. What else did they put in the vegetable pizza? A few of the vegetables I can't remember the names of. If they do stuff like that, it'd be quite nice. And if it's fresh as well. For the next 30 minutes, Lorem showed me many of the other and less useful features of the X-Men sphere. He made it levitate, showed me a primitive-looking website, and even used it as a voice modulator. Bing bong! I'll get it. Lorem got up and walked to the door. From my place on the couch, I couldn't see anything, but I heard a bit of talking before he returned to me carrying the square box. The flyer who just delivered this. I actually know her. I guess it's not unusual for you to know each other. Your jobs are pretty similar. I suppose. Some things never change in this town. Lorem opened the box and showed me the pizza we had ordered. Memories of days gone by raced through my head. Oh, all the bitching and slagging off of Panteli's pizza, those were the good days. Alright, let's get this party started. Do we need more people for a party? Oh, Neo, stop being pedantic! With pizza, anything's a party. I feel like I haven't had a pizza like this in ages. Yeah, I've never had a pizza with salad on it. I've had vegetable pizza, like I said, and I don't know if that technically counts as salad, but still. What are you waiting for, then? I don't know, it's salad on pizza. I think there's plenty of reasons to wait. I took one of the slices. On its surface there was an obvious layer of grease that was sure to stain anything that came into contact with. Let's grease Lorem, I'm sure you'll like that. What do you think? It's been way too long, man. Ugh, the grease. Guess you don't mind that we got Panteli's now, huh? With these words, he grabbed one of the slices on his half and bit into it. After chewing a few times, his expression suddenly twisted into a scowl. Is something wrong? Now I remember why I haven't ordered from Panteli's in a while. Their pizza sucks. What? It's not that bad. Maybe you just haven't had a good pizza to compare it to. Hey, it's still better than nothing. I suppose. By the way, how's your game coming along? Ellipses. I don't know. I feel like I've hit a wall. Why is that? Maybe I got in over my head, you know? The more progress I make, the more it becomes apparent that I'll need a bit more help than I thought. So far, you're the only one who's been working on this, right? Yeah, but I'm starting to realise that it won't work out if I continue like this. Why not? It would never be done. Or, if it was, it would be very different from what I'd like it to be, so something needs to change. I suppose I'm just worried because once you start involving other people, things get a lot more complicated. How so? I've always been the odd one out, so I'm not sure how well I could work in a team, or with a team. You have to find people, work out how to pay them, and then how to divide the work. I guess I'm just starting to realise what kind of investments would actually be. You sounded a lot more optimistic last time we talked about this. Yeah, it was all fun and games when you're just thinking about ideas that you could turn into a game, but once you actually start working on it, it becomes a completely different story. At some point, it just becomes another job. Well, isn't that what you expected? Of course it is. I knew it would be a lot of work, but I guess I'm just not sure if it's all worth it. Well, that depends on why you're making it in the first place. Last time you said that you had nothing to lose either way. Well, maybe I was wrong about that. I do have something to lose. What's that? Myself. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do what is necessary to finish what I started. Well, if you think about it, what's the worst that could happen? Investing a lot of time and money, only to end up with nothing in the end, and a whole lot of Dr. Pepper. I could end up disappointing those who would play the game, those who collaborated with me, and lastly myself. Well, that's what you're worried about. That's what being a creator is like. If you put tons of work and effort into something, you want people to like it, right? If that's not what's going to happen, why do it in the first place? Because, why not? No one else is going to do it, and when you do it, even if they don't like it, you can still get popularity, notoriety. It could even be one of those things where it's so bad it's good. And that's still good, right? So, yeah, fuck it. But you're not doing this for other people, are you? It's your game and your idea, after all. Right, but you're not trying to cater to someone else, so what other people think is not important. Besides, what they think is outside of your control anyway. Just look at what happened with Patali's. Why do you think their pizza sucks? They probably cut a lot of corners during production with the ingredients. They value quantity over quality and are only trying to get as many pizzas out as possible to satisfy demand. They are cheap, but their pizza tastes like it. Well, okay, but they're still in business, so it must be working out for them somehow. Even if you don't like it, they're offering something other people clearly want. They probably don't give a damn about whether or not you like their pizza. I'm sure they don't. They just give people what they want, and that's what they say in business. Are you saying that I won't be successful if I don't cater to others? No, I'm saying that unless being successful is the goal, you don't need to cater to anyone else. Because if you did, you would end up like Pentali's, and you really would lose yourself. Guess you have a point. I don't want to end up like shitty pizza. So what if other people like their greasy pizzas? That's not what you want to do. Certainly not. You said yourself that your philosophy is to focus on things that you can change, so what are your options here? A wise person once said, do or do not. There is no try. Fuck you and your Star Wars reference game. God damn it. Not doing this has never been an option for me. Then you must make the most of it, and nothing else matters. I think you're right. I should just try to focus on getting things done as best I can. Who knows? Maybe you're wrong about Pentali's. Maybe they're actually a big family restaurant with a rich tradition and history, and that's why people like them, even though their pizzas are shit. No, I think it's just because they have cheap pizzas. Anyway, there's a good reason for my anxiety. I usually keep to myself, and that's how I've always worked best. If there's one thing that life has taught me, is that people fear what they don't know. I guess that's an odd thing to say when humans are worshipped by many. Most of them don't actually know any humans. Not like I know you. Maybe I should rephrase that. People are afraid of what they don't understand. I was bullied a lot when I was a kid. Oh god, not this story. Alright, I know, it happens to everyone. It's supposed to be relatable. Okay. You know, it can be pretty tough when you're growing up and all the other kids are always bigger than you are. Luckily, that was never a big problem for me. Even in kindergarten, we get told not to make fun of our differences because of how different our species are. It's just odd that for a society that celebrates our differences, there are still things that are too different even for them. When I grew up and went to college, I thought that people would know better than to continue doing those horrible things, but I was ultimately proven wrong. Their bodies may have been those of adults, but their hearts had stayed the same place where they were a decade before. Working on my own has helped, but that is treating the symptom, not the cause of the problem. I can't always just run away, and I'll have to step into the limelight and brave the storm again if I want to finish this game. There's something about me that you don't know. In a way, I owe it to you to tell you, because you're going to find out sooner or later anyway, and when that happens, it should be on my terms rather than someone else's. I don't know, I don't like where this is going. Okay, what is it? Ellipses. I'm a hermaphrodite. Oh, you're double sex gender. Oh, okay, that's fine. I was like, whatever. I was born with both sets of sex organs, and before you ask, that's not something that is all common in any of our dragon species. In the eyes of some, that makes me a freak of nature. Something that needs fixing or shouldn't exist in the first place. Get out! I don't mind. I don't care. You don't? Sure, some people may think that it's odd, but I really don't care. It's just another part of who you are. Thank you. That's such a big relief. You know, it's not always that the bullies that go after me once they know. Too often it's also been people who thought I were my friends. So whenever I meet another person, I have to prepare myself for this conversation, not knowing whether they will suddenly turn against me when they find out. And the reactions can be very different. Some get angry or make fun of me, others feel betrayed and don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. By now I think I've seen it all. I'm so glad that you're not like them, but it's always a gamble. Maybe the next person I'm going to tell is going to become more violent. How can I put myself out there when this could happen wherever I go? You know what I mean? Well, just carry a gun with you then, or a knife. Jesus Christ, man, it's just called defend yourself. What will people do when they find out about me and my game? I just don't know. Then you get a gun, and you do what you got to do. That's it, really. That's what I'm worried about. I really wish there was a place where I could be safe from all that, where it just wouldn't matter. This is who I am. Ellipses. If someone like you, someone with a place of authority, had said something, maybe that would change things. I know you can't interfere with our politics, though. You're an ambassador. Doesn't mean I don't have hope that something like that will happen one day. I should probably go now. It's getting late. You've made me feel a lot better, though. You've told me not to worry about the future, and maybe you're right. Sure, there's still a lot of work ahead, but maybe it's not as hopeless as I thought. It never is. Do you still want to see the fireworks show together? Yeah, go on. Just give me a call in a few days and we can discuss the details. I'll do that. Alright, I'll see you then. See ya. Blah, blah, blah. God almighty. Gotta give it game credit, though. Lots of variety. That's what's important. Another free day. Yay, me. So, yeah. Okay. Right, what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to call it a video there, because I've got things to do, and other bits and bobs, but it's been nice recording this and stuff like that, and yeah, there you go, we discovered more stuff about Lorem, and we found the hidden objects, and yeah, it's just going that way. But anyway, yeah, next time then, I don't know, we'll do whatever, and then, yeah, I'll be interested to see how this story ends in particular. Not so much to see Lorem's ending, but obviously I'll be interested to see what Lorem's ending is. I just want to see if Sebastian survives or not. I think he will survive now, personally. I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's not gonna get shot. So if that's the case, that's pretty cool then. I can go with that. But yeah, although it was interesting though when we learnt about the whole using the portal multiple times creates little holes in the whole multiverse thing, and those holes can be used for an exploit for communications with other timelines, even though that's not possible, etc., etc. That would definitely explain the memory thing, I guess. I don't know, maybe, not sure. Kind of a hint that it explains things like deja vu and all that sort of stuff, which is definitely an interesting concept. But at least then that would probably make that, like I said, that would probably indicate why Rez's behaviour is changing ever so slightly, and why certain dragons' behaviour is changing ever so slightly. You know, it's because of this, I guess. But well, don't know. We'll see where the story takes us. But yeah, all right. Then until next time, then, can I say thank you very much for watching? If you have done, I hope you enjoyed it. Probably be another week or so before I can do another video. But hey ho, it's better than none. So anyway, take it easy, have a good one. Hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.